you can see.
I have a bear crocodile like cloak now, so I can hide my arm behind that.
So don't we get like
Oh,
certificates to conceal firearms? I mean, if we light KDrac's arm on fire, it'll make sense.
Firearms. Wow. Clap. Clap. Clap.
So can KDrac like feel his arm inside the arm?
Okay, Jack, can you?
I
We're
can feel
compensating.
my arm, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but do you feel like the big arm or the small arm?
Try poking my big arm.
I don't know. Last time I did that, bones flew out of my back.
Yeah,
So-
see? So why don't you stop asking me?
Well,
Wife
Yeah.
came home. I wanted to say goodnight to her.
Oh.
Good.
okay then, well,
He
So,
he
yeah.
informs you that many of the herbs that are used for an antidote can also be used to create a poison of like nature. It's just not their specialty, though.
Well, that's fine. I was more...
I'll buy a few, herbs.
That's good to know.
The healing of poison.
Poultices?
Poultices
Yep,
are
that.
just herbs. Okay.
I will ask if they're willing to sell me a sampling of the herbs then.
Well, I can give you a sample.
They would be willing. However, they know that with inadequate amounts,
Of course.
they would do nothing.
Of course. I'm perfectly happy to offer 70 silver for that.
70 silver?
Yes, for a good-sized sampling of what they have to
Oh,
offer.
he nods and says, "Oh, well, that's different than a sampling."
Nods.
Hands over a giant
It's like-
stack. Like a
That's
rucksack.
like four. That's like four poultices. Myrbasalt.
You and
I'm
your
not
mom.
looking for poultices. I'm looking for herbs.
Oh. What?
Man, these mirrors, these
Man, I don't know
cinnamon.
I had a friend a while back. You wouldn't know him because, well, it was a long time ago. His name was
Was he
Calaveros.
No. That you're gonna say a ranger or something.
No,
That
his name was
sounds music.
Calaveros. He was fascinating. Had an enormous collection of herbs and other substances. I
Was he a
didn't really
doctor?
understand. No, not a doctor.
Wasted
I don't really
talent.
know what you would call him, to be honest. But he was very interesting. And his collection, pretty much he had an herb for almost anything. Literally.
Well, yeah, we can spend 75 silver from
No,
that bank of ours for.
no.
No?
This is from my personal currency.
Really?
Yes.
It's not for the group.
Um,
He's collecting things,
all right,
Bert.
Jimmy, I'm going to be listing off a few things. I'd like you to add them to your inventory when I list them, okay?
I'll write them in notes and then move them to
Okay.
inventory. Go.
Okay. Two what are we gonna call them? Two something of aloe.
Mm,
2 uses of aloe.
okay.
2 cloves.
Wow.
1 use of mist blossoms.
Lazy, what was that? You actually used a
Okay.
somewhat difficult word. That scared the shit out of me.
Cloves?
Let's
Cloves is
see.
a difficult word. Earlier I said fleeting in the right context. Is that surprising?
What? When did this happen?
KDrac, you underestimate Burrito's intelligence sometimes.
Yeah,
You don't
sometimes
need to do
I
that
actually
voice when we're
other-
talking out of character, by the way.
Oh god damn it.
Sometimes I do use my brain, KDrac, don't worry.
He's going to school for that sort of stuff.
Use of blue leg.
Okay.
Helix's antidote.
Spell that?
Give me a second, I'll verify.
Okay.
Oh, is it Kelia?
Kelia.
Okay.
Apostrophe S. Antidote.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, I know. And that's
I
what you
don't
got.
understand. I
Okay.
don't know why Rash knows about this, but
Whoa. Timmy just got like a steal.
Yeah, he did.
I'm guessing
Southern
this has something to
clairvoyance.
do with black market lore that I don't know about.
Oh no, I'm on the player's guide and I'm looking at the herbs and Achilles antidote was like 125 silver.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not
Thank
that we
you.
know that.
No.
Then then Rashku just says that out loud. Wow, that's worth 125 silver. And then
No,
we
I'm
all
gonna-
just stare at him.
I wouldn't know that.
He nods and says, I hope you remember us in the future.
I'll ask them really quickly. Have you ever heard of an individual named Galavalos?
They both look at each other, look back at you, shake their head. Nope, not at all.
He may be interested in doing business with you someday. He has an enormous collection, but it always needs restocking. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
No, the pleasure was ours. Thank you for your good silver.
70
And as they're walking away, you see them testing each one between their teeth.
Testing each what? The silver?
Silver.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course.
Ah.
Just like I used to test coins that way.
Well,
Oh,
we
then.
continue onwards.
Yep.
As you go on-
marching one by one.
Another hour and a half, and you finally are approaching what seems to be the actual farm. You would guess this used to be. Part of the roof has collapsed. It was a two-story building, but the second floor obviously probably doesn't even exist. It is a very much. It is obvious that this building has gotten into disarray. Holes are all over the walls.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't rain. We'll be drenched.
Okay, then,
I
well,
wouldn't mind if it rained.
I'll go and find some firewood.
It's Steve.
As you're walking forward, another thing catches your eye from a distance, not immediate. You see odd bunches of what seems to be splintered wood towers of sorts. Oh my god, we got a Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't hear him because it sounds like he's on top of a mountain.
What the hell is Monopoly?
He's yelling down at us. Steve, how about
Steve,
you
where are
drive
you?
your elephant truck towards the computer? What? Is that,
You're at
what
home?
was that?
We literally can't hear you because you're so far away and your static is just blazing.
Okay, that's not my static, because I hear static.
What?
Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
We
Steve,
didn't even have static until you came in. So, I don't...
we had no static, and then you joined, and then we had static.
And then it's
Okay,
like, hey,
then give me
Steve
1
joined.
second, let me try to like
Yeah, try reseating the cable to your computer. Yep, too bad he's going to not be in this part of the adventure.
it's okay. It's a side quest. It's part of the main quest anyway.
Well,
He can mute-
sounds
he can
like
mute
this is what we would have done.
himself and
If everyone was
Also,
here.
Monopoly.
Yeah, Steve, if you could please mute yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so where were we? I was gathering.
Steve.
Sure. Oh,
We went in the farmhouse, and there
Okay.
are holes everywhere.
and there seem to be pillars of splintered wood.
Yep.
In the farmhouse?
When you look, no, they're away from the farmhouse a little distance, but as at least from this distance, you can see that it looks like it's splintered wood or towers of wood, but it doesn't look like they were constructed. They all look like one kind of mass of wood.
Weird.
Massive wood.
3 of these pillars are going up into the sky, about a troll height tall.
I'm definitely going to inspect these.
They are a good
Can I
distance
use
away,
them
by
for
the way.
firewood? Can I use them for firewood?
Well, you haven't approached the farm yet. This is still from a distance.
Oh,
Okay.
Guys, Steve's landlord won.
Can we not
Yeah.
deviate
Yeah.
more than we usually do?
I can read.
yes.
It's amazing, but
You can all.
From a
Yeah.
distance, the first thing that that you notice that's just as odd as the landscape in front of you is Nobel's reaction. She looks around. Something's happened in the last month.
Nobel, what's wrong?
It's been a month, and I suppose that's not too surprising.
Are you
you
talking
think
about the
that-
big splintered towers?
It was a full. It looks like a war zone here.
Okay, then, is my weapon, safe buckled or whatever?
No, you're outside of the city. You're not safe-minded.
Okay, then, well, I approach the farm with caution if we're in approaching distance.
As you approach, she pulls out her weapon just as well.
Mm.
Can we hear anything?
As she's inching forward, she softly almost whispers over her shoulder without actually looking back in the direction of Mack. Just be careful to protect yourself, Mack.
I will try.
Well, if you don't, the arm will.
Oh yeah. That guy.
Yeah.
His
I don't know if you-
kinda broke itself. Yeah, I'll be careful.
I didn't expect, what happened. Yeah, try to, don't get attacked from behind.
From there, as you're approaching, from probably when you get to the point where you're a good maybe 3 or 4 troll lengths away from one of the taller pillars, you look and you notice the wood isn't splintered about. It's actually been mashed into a pulp, is what you can describe. And there's a tower of wooden pulp.
Huh.
Nobel,
What
were these
this?
always here? These wooden towery things?
She shakes her head, looking at it very suspiciously.
So wait, these are new then? And they're also smashed to pieces?
She nods, examining them.
I examine
all
them
of you
as well.
roll perception.
Okay.
I figure all of you are examining
Nice. Nice.
it in some form.
Nice.
Nice.
Really? Just the one closest to me, or all of them?
Just the one closest to you, and I'm going to say barely from this distance.
Uh-huh.
Myrbasalt, are you going to share your knowledge with us?
No metagaming.
Yeah, no medical.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to approach it because it has caught my attention.
You start stepping in front of the team, and you start walking ahead. The rest of you, well, Nobel starts instinctively following, keeping an eye around. As you approach closer, you are able to clearly and more understandingly perceive it.
I
A
motion.
little bit above you, upward.
I gesture towards my ears and wave to the people behind me.
So,
Okay,
if
well,
hearing
I
distance
go up.
close by?
I go up and examine closer then with Myrbasalt, since that's what he's doing.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything different or specific?
Do I hear anything?
All right. Mack, I'll let you do the perception roll then.
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yeah,
You can
one
do-
more. One more.
Nice.
Connie, you can roll. And
Same
you don't
thing.
hear anything either,
Absolutely nothing.
other than, wind, but you can't hear anything over the basic low-level wind. Myrbasalt,
Mm-hmm.
what you do hear, you hear it going upward. And you hear it getting more frantic.
It's going upward. So this thing is taller than I am then? Because
Yeah,
trolling.
by a good few feet.
Right. And the sound is coming from towards the top. Okay. What of the composition of the pillar? Does it look sturdy?
At a glance, it's hard to tell. It looks like it's almost... It looks like it could be as sturdy as a clump of mud or sand going upwards, but at a glance, you don't even know if it's held together and solid, or if it's a bunch of wood held together by slop.
Mm-hmm. I draw my sword.
Yeah, what's the vision around us? It's dark out, right?
Not to the point it would impair any vision. It's approaching sunset, but not to the point the
Okay,
sunset.
then, well, I see how the wood feels. If it feels
Well,
sturdy.
I draw my sword because Myrby drew his sword.
My sword is drawn as well, and so is no bells. So.
Bert, you walk
Yes.
up, and as you are about to feel it, you reach your hand out to feel it, and the first thing you notice is, upon touching, it feels solid. There is no liquid or wetness or slime.
Okay, is it
It
climb
looks
upable?
glossy. What?
Is it climb upable? I want to get up there, and I want to look around to see if there's any people around.
Your logic. Your
As you're reaching around and grabbing around, the best way to describe it is it's a very... It feels like what you would expect from a slightly glassy pillar, maybe?
Oh.
Yeah, scalable. But anyway.
Well, I tell everyone that it's sturdy, and that's about it. So
Okay.
it's very solid. This large, massive wood pole is very solid.
By the way, the pole, to give you a clue, you are probably not able to put your arms around it.
Really,
It's pretty wide.
Oh wow.
Did you get my message gifted?
No?
Okay.
Can I look to my chameleon scroll to see if it's like particularly attentive at something?
What?
Can I look at my chameleon scroll to see if it's like it's staring at a particular spot or if it's just like
Your chameleon,
whatever?
your chameleon squirrel is, its fur is a little bit out. You can tell that it can sense or feel or hear something. But it's definitely not looking at anything in particular.
So it's basically alert, but not.
Yes,
Okay.
very alert. You can tell that it's sensing some semblance of danger.
This is slightly out of context. Can I use Care Lore to see if there was any such item ever placed inside of a cave that's similar to KDraconis?
That kind of large. Okay. I suddenly step back and point up at the top of the pillar.
Oh, okay. I look up at the pillar.
As you look up, what seems to be crawling... you would guess there's a hole of sorts at the top of the pillar now, as you see a large insect coming over the top and coming downward off the top. The only thing you can say is it doesn't look like a spider, it looks more ant-like, and it's about to come crawling down the top of the pillar.
Did it come off the pillar yet? And by
No,
any
not
chance,
at
can
all.
I
It's
cut the
still-
pillar in half?
What?
Can I cut the pillar in half?
You can attempt to cut the pillar in half.
It's
Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Oh god.
Okay, anyone else reacting?
Well, I just stepped back, so you heard what I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna step back too.
so I'm gonna step back to. Can I creature analysis?
Yes. What question would you like to ask?
Well,
A 2.
What are the sky?
what is it?
Guy!
What is it?
Hold on. I don't think that's a question you can ask.
Yeah, like, what is it?
Yeah, that's not what creature analysis does. You would need, like, creature knowledge.
I'm sorry, Rashku,
Creature
but I'm
lore
afraid you can't
or what
do
it
that.
is. Creature analysis is more like statistics.
Yeah.
So
basically.
what is it doesn't actually count.
You can
Oh,
ask
so-
stats.
All right, you can ask here. You can ask any question, but I will give you an answer that matches the question correctly.
So, oh, this is cool. What's its physical defense?
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I
Oh,
already
no. I'm sorry. Roll creature analysis is a better way of approaching it. Let's see.
So I
What's the
failed.
difficulty for it?
He probably blew up.
Isn't it based off spell defense?
defense? Yeah.
Well,
So
if it's
I
got
failed.
spell defense.
Ugly.
Hold on. You succeed.
Oh.
In a
Excellent success.
average success.
Okay. It has the spell defense.
One question.
too.
So what is its physical defense?
Okay. There you go.
I like this thing.
How's cutting the pillar in half going for me?
Not going to happen yet. We got one person stepping back. Mack, you stepping back as well?
Yes, for now.
Okay. Well, why don't you roll?
What do I roll? Just melee weapons and then damage?
Well, yeah. I mean, unless you don't want to try to hit it.
Okay, well,
I'm
it's
just gonna
completely
roll damage.
stationary, so I find it very hard to believe that I could miss it.
You hit it.
Okay.
You're trying to cut down effectively a tree with a sword. You realize
Yep.
that, right?
Completely
As,
unnecessary.
Down some wood.
All right.
It would have been hilarious if I exploded on that and just cleaved it in half. Just completely cut it in half. And then fucking bees started coming out of
I
the
just
place.
kind of don't want you to succeed. To be honest.
I know!
As you slice, you get in about a good third of the way through.
Wow. Okay.
No, it's stuck
is
there.
anyone shocked by my actions?
Yes.
I'm not, because I'm your brother, and you
I'm
do stupid
not-
stuff
Well,
like
anyone
that.
but you.
I'm not so shocked at your
I'm most-
success, but that you tried to cut it down.
I'm not shocked about the success. I'm shocked about
We need
the fact that you didn't.
firewood for tonight. This is a very good piece of firewood right here. Since I can't climb up it, what other use is it going to be?
Okay, I'm going to sheath my sword and grab Bert. Ugh, you're coming
You
with me,
reach for
dwarf.
Bert. Bert, you're being grabbed and attemptedly pulled away.
Okay, I'm going to not get grabbed.
Are you going to dodge it?
Sure.
Okay. All right. TME, roll unarmed combat.
Which would be dexterity.
Yeah.
I'm so going to kick you.
Bert,
So
roll
roll
strength.
strength.
Wait, what?
Or no, dex. It's nope.
Yeah.
That's a miss. That is just
Yeah,
a
it's
miss.
a miss.
Okay, because I thought he would have to get over my physical defense or something.
Yeah.
Okay, then cool. So he missed me. What now? Do I notice he's trying to grab me, or was that such a terrible attempt?
Yes,
that
but at a glance, you can see a large level of not anger, but you could definitely see something in his face you haven't seen yet.
Well, since he tried to grab me, I can get the idea that it's probably not a good idea to chop it down. So I can
Yeah,
pull
you
my
think?
sword out and back away.
Good.
Do you have a clue what's happening, Burrito?
No idea. I was just trying to chop down this tree here.
Yeah, but what do you use to chop down trees?
Axe.
What did you use?
I used a sword.
He's
Uh-huh.
a weaponsmith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it
Exactly.
make sense all of a sudden?
Yes.
Now, if you used a lightsaber, that would be a different story.
Everybody would understand it's a lightsaber. That's what lightsabers
Yeah, the tree would
do.
immediately catch fire and then burn the entire
Lightsabers
forest
are not to harm people. They're to kill main characters, open doors, and reflect weapons.
Exactly. Exactly.
So Is there more progress on this thing?
Chop it down!
Speaking of which, do you guys have an axe?
No.
No.
Okay, you probably should get an axe. Anyway,
Yeah.
actually, TME, you now own an axe. That's part of what you built at the forge. There you go.
Fantastic. One axe.
Yeah, there you go.
You gonna chop
Random
it?
thing. I just figured that would make sense.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask about, or just comment about that, but anyway.
Well, okay then. So
One
now that
axe.
heroic of terror is over. What's happening
So-
now?
As you slice into it, as you back away, as he moves you back, where you were standing, a large insectoid creature lands. Its body is about the size of a medium to large sized dog.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is it being hostile intentions?
It's definitely, it has 2 large pincers in the front. It has 6 legs, and it has the usual. It looks basically like what you would expect an ant would have with pincers. You can't tell too much about it except for the fact that as its feet are hitting the ground, they're making a hollow sound.
Medium-sized dog?
Large size. Think Doberman.
Oh my. Can I jump onto its back and then jump up to the top of the pillar?
No.
What? Damn it! Nappa!
Alright, now. Go ahead and, we'll just go with, we won't even need to use the combat tracker. Everybody just double click your initiative. Let's do it old school.
Oh,
I kind of.
the hell's my initiative? Oh, yeah.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Oh my
That
god.
looked cool.
Oh my god. I
Hey, Mack.
initiatived the ass off of myself.
Oh my god, the
Mack,
arm, it's
it's your
already
turn.
taking effect.
Mac, it's your turn. By the way, before the combat, anyone doing any round-long things such as stances?
Defensive stance
Not
activate.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Everyone
I'm-
standard?
I'm standard.
Any round-long talents I should be aware of?
I'm going to defensive stance, actually.
Okay.
No, I think that's it. And what I'm
All
gonna
right.
do, I'm going to extend my left arm out, like forwards, and say, "Totem, fire something."
Hand cannon!
And as you hold it forward, nothing happens.
Okay. Well, I just needed to know if I could do that.
Should have screamed hand cannon.
Buster
Oh,
cannon
crap!
go.
I got something.
Oh, you
That-
can fire something? Is that
Oh.
what you forgot?
Uh-oh.
You forgot to roll its initiative of humongous?
And
no
Nobels.
Nobel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Second round, Nobel actually steps backwards and lets out a little squeal.
She's afraid of bugs, isn't she? Oh god. Damn it.
Oh.
She is highly defensive and in the general vicinity behind Mack. Next is what? Connie?
Yeah.
Connie's turn.
Ew! Squish it! And then...
What?
Hey, Drac, I hope you were recording. So.
I am.
I
I
am.
And then knowledge skill, exotic animals? What is it?
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Suddenly British.
Oh, no.
Connie's accent just fluctuates.
Forget accent.
My-
Octaves.
Yeah, I was like 2 octaves lower. Giant termite.
Wow. Okay then.
You don't say.
Interesting.
Is that just its name?
That's how you remember its name.
Okay.
Jack- right, wow. Good windling knowledge. The windling knowledge is strong with this one.
That was 7.
Yeah, and then... Oh, is that you can have any more?
No, that's your action. 6. Bert, you have a higher dexterity. Go.
Woo! Again, is it being hostile?
You get the distinct feel that it is going to attack.